Do 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 do. Imagine if I had a theme song. Ba da ba ba da ba da. Imagine if I had a theme song. Wow, that was a good intro, wasn't it? Welcome everybody to my channel. This is Kusan, and today we are going to be starting a new Minecraft world based on a spawn I found using various very cool methods that I'm going to show to you. Now, the exciting thing about my new world is it's going to be a perfect spawn, and a perfect spawn is hard to find. At first, I thought the best way to find a spawn would be to just go on your Xbox and press New World about as many times as you need to until you spawn into what you think is a beautiful world. But the problem with that is, if you've ever played Minecraft before, is once you start exploring, the world's huge, right? And you might not find a jungle for like a long time, or a canyon, Grand Canyon, mesa biome, badlands, whatever you want to call it. You might not find that for a very, very long time. Some people like to use the nether to travel to those places. Some people like to, I don't know. How would you find the biome you need, right? Now, I did have a really good Minecraft world, on a survival world that I've played for 2 years. And I broke that world, but, well, I didn't break that world. I kind of cheated. I duplicated, and I definitely, what do you call it? Well, we'll talk about my old Minecraft world in just a little bit, but first I think it's time I showed you how exactly do we find that perfect Minecraft spawn without having to spam that create new world button on your Minecraft Xbox 300 times. Alright, so you go to the website chunkbase.com, or you can just search Biome Finder in your search engine. That would be Google or Bing. If you don't know what a search engine is, you know what a search engine is. Alright, focus, sorry. Here we go. We press random, we press find biome. It's that easy. You just click random, find world, as many times as you need until you find the world you need. Done? Done video. No, just kidding. There's more. All right, so first of all, you want to make sure you click on the version of Minecraft that you're playing, and in this case, Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Without bamboo jungles, oh no! What are you gonna do? Who cares? At least they have jungles. So click that. You also might want to go in and press 00 as your X and Y coordinate and just press go, and that'll center your map with a little red dot right here, just a little red pin right there. Now if you zoom in, you can see each one of these little squares is a chunk. Right now we're spawning in the middle of an ocean. If you hover over the chunk, at the bottom right here, in the bottom right of the screen, you get the description of what that chunk is. So this dark blue one is a deep, lukewarm ocean. The one right next to it is a warm ocean. And you can see beach, dark forest, and so on and so forth. These aqua-colored ones are swamps. You have desert ones that are orange. You have savanna ones that are sort of look like sand, so it's a little bit confusing. Plains, green is like plains and forests. Let me just find a little jungle for you. Here's a jungle. It's more of like a camo style green. The white ones are obviously the snowy biomes. Gray is the rock mountain biomes. And then finally, the red ones would be they call them badlands. I've been calling them canyon or mesa biomes. I've been calling them the wrong thing, I think. Now, okay, and see, if you get lost in this map, it's very key. You just go back to this 00 chunk finder and you get back to your original spawn. Now, just a few last things to note here is that you can't just spawn anywhere in Minecraft. There's a set of biomes that you are able to spawn into, and all the other ones are sort of restricted. So you're not going to be spawning into a desert or a badlands biome, but here's where you can spawn. You can spawn into a plains, a forest, a dark forest, a taiga, a jungle biome, and a savanna biome, and only the regular variant of savanna. Now, you can also spawn into an island if that island is a big enough plain or forest biome, for example. But if it's just a beach, there are some islands that are just too small and they only have beach biomes. I haven't been able to spawn on those. So, but what you should know though is you will spawn on the next available chunk. So let's say here we're spawning in an ocean. That's not a legitimate spawn point, but it'll calculate along the x-axis the next available biome, and here there's a dark forest. Dark forest is fine, so you would spawn there. Now sometimes you'll find yourself about 4,000 blocks away from spawn, well, from 00, but your spawn just remains the original spawn. Even if it's 4,000 blocks away, that's your spawn for the rest of the game. If you're in creative, you can change your spawn back to 0, 0, but I'm looking for a survival world, so that's not going to work. When you find your spawn, you're not going to want to put this number in. This is the input number. The output is right here, at least for Minecraft Bedrock. So let's say you type in Kusan as your spawn, or sorry, as your seed. It'll give you an output down here. That's the one you're going to want to put into your Xbox seed, right? Perfect. So, shall we look for a better seed? All right, let's look for a better seed. I have it in a little silly video over here. So the seed that I'm looking for essentially is a coral reef next to either a jungle or a badland. But as you can see, I had to go through so many biomes. This took me 3 weeks and I got carpal tunnel from it. Maybe not really, but I couldn't go long and it would hurt my eyes, and it's probably hurting your eyes right now. And yesterday I was doing this so determined, I was going to give up. Like, if there's no jungle next to a coral reef, next to a badland, and even right here, look at this. My internet is slowing down from the extreme pressure I'm putting on the internet. It's like, come on, let's find the biome. Also, I wouldn't mind a giant ocean. I wouldn't mind... Oh, what's happening? Slow motion?
What's happening? Slow motion?
And this is where my internet crashed, because obviously I was searching for too many biomes. What you gonna do? Well, my internet may have given up on me and said, we're not looking for any more biomes. But I did not give up, and I got back to the task of finding a biome, and I found one. You can't believe how many times I clicked find biome until I finally found this. Now this seed is, well, it doesn't matter what the number is, does it? It's more about what it looks like. So here's a red dot. It's a little bit hard to see, but we are technically 0, 0. Origin is inside of a Badlands biome. You zoom out and you find yourself on a nice long bay. So I was looking, all right, where would be the next available spawn point? You keep going along this x-axis, and it's this island right here. And that island is actually on a coral reef, which is another requirement that I had. And just south of that coral reef, if we're using cardinal directions, is a jungle, which itself borders the Badlands. So if you look here, obviously the more you zoom out, the larger of a world you have to deal with. But the fact that I want this to be my permanent survival world, I wouldn't mind if there's like a little bit of travel necessary between different builds, as long as, you know, everything's there. And you do have to go into the world, load it up in Xbox, and see, does it actually look good? I mean, on a map like this, it could look great, but there's been times when I thought, okay, this is my world, and I loaded it up, and I mean, even the Badlands sometimes look bad. But in this case, look at that. Right here, we have a modified Badlands Plateau. We also have Badlands Plateau, Wooded Badlands, and modified Wooded Badlands Plateau. I mean, they just have everything here. The modified ones are those spikes in the Badlands that are really cool. Also, we have things like deserts nearby. Deserts are good if you need a lot of sand, and I think I'm going to need a lot of sand. Oh yeah, this is the one, Eroded Badlands. That's the really cool one. So they have that, I think, more than once. They have it here as well. And yeah, it just looks like a good, and there's a goodly amount of coral as well. They have some over here, and some over there, and some over there, which is great. So why don't I load up this world for you on the Xbox? All right, so let's load up this world and see if it's everything we have dreamed of, right? Wrong, because first what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a tour of Humi, which is my old survival world that I played in on and off for 2 years. And everything you see here was built by hand and was mined, and the resources were gotten legitimately. There was some duplication in this game, which is one of the reasons I need to start a new world, but that was just for diamond ores, really, and some gold. Now, the reason that I started this world and played it for such a long time was that originally there was a village here, and the village kind of no longer exists. You can see there's still that church right there. That's the last remaining building from the village. There's also some plots of farmland from the villages, but everything else has been built on top of, demolished, destroyed, and even these buildings you're looking at now have all been remodeled many, many times until they actually looked like what I like them to look like. Alright, this room here with the iron golem is my sorting room. This is a redstone build that took me a long time because it was one of my first redstone builds. And yeah, all you had to do is bring in all your mining materials, your gravel, your cobblestone. This is one of my unfinished roofs, and there are many of those. Yeah, so you just dump in everything from your mining and it sorts it downstairs into nice double chests, and it's brilliant. And of course it no longer works, which is why we need to start a new world, because a lot of the redstone builds in this map don't work. Now there is one that still does work, and it's because it relies more on water hydraulics than redstone. But first, here I'm going to show you a map of this world. Let me just pause that here quickly. Now, the maps before used to span only, you can only have 5x5 maps, which means that this right here was pretty much me exploring from the westernmost part to the easternmost part of the map. And nowadays you can have infinite worlds. Also, you'll notice that the biomes are a lot smaller in the old worlds. So the Badlands biome is completely tiny, and you could easily run out of terracotta after just a few, I don't know, a few months of mining there for if you need that much terracotta. So that's one of the reasons we need to start a new world. It's to have that infinite supply of everything, because more. All right, so here is our farm, which is a build that still works. As you can see, it's dropping potatoes from the upper floors, and the water comes down in sort of an S shape. I don't know why I chose a floor with no crops to show you, but it does work. Oh, hello villagers. So many villagers. This is also a villager spawner. There's a villager at the top, and then all the ones in the lower levels sort of breed, and they have farmers on every level. And there you saw all those potatoes dropping into a chest. It's wonderful. However, I'm going to ban potatoes in my next Minecraft world. These villagers, they grew so many potatoes, it's just embarrassing. It's too many potatoes. No more potatoes, alright? So here's a view from the, I don't know, we should just make this full screen. Yeah, so that's the view of the German type city. My building style was very German, but this building is more Asian oriented. Here's the villager spawner at the top, and we'll just go for a nice rooftop view here. What a beautiful city. You can see the walls. That little fortification type building is my creeper farm, and over here on this side is the quote-unquote harbor that I mean, it's kind of a lame harbor, but I mean, it does the trick. It's good, and I did use boat travel a lot in this world. So I think the next thing we should check out are those Bavarian houses and perhaps the castle. But first, oh, look at that. There's a mushroom biome so close to home, but it's a tiny biome. So the old Minecraft worlds really did have tiny biomes. Okay, I was just going to show you also in a future version of this world, because I had a few versions. They're all the potatoes. But this Minecraft breeder would just deliver the villagers from here and take them all the way to the Bavarian townhouses, which were essentially shops that you could trade in with the different villagers, depending on what they traded at the time. Obviously now we have a much more sophisticated villager system, and you see, that's one of the things about playing on an old Minecraft world like the one that you see here, is all the villagers have been updated, but well, that's good, right? That's good. But you don't have like coral reef biomes, and you don't have the new nether biome. All of those biomes don't exist in this world, so unless you go past the 25 blocks, and that's a lot of work, my friend. Nobody has 25 blocks of time. Just checking out what's in stock in these stores. We have a little bit of a nether room over here. Also, you know, I might be a good builder. That's kind of what I pride myself on, is number one is I'm a decent builder. Number two is I am a decent, okay, I would say I'm a good builder, but a decent redstone guy. I can do redstone, but not as fantastic as some people. I probably just don't have the patience. So now we're just walking around the wall system that connects to the castle, and I'll show you the interior of the castle. I'm really proud of this build. It's just so spacious, and it took up a notch. Everything from the village was kind of enclosed in small type builds, and this here just had the big rooms and the big ceilings. And it's really a sign of, you know, wealth and success. So, I mean, oh, look at that. A llama is under the building. That's not supposed to be there. Okay, let's continue this tour. I think I'm going to go in creative here at some point and just fly around a bit because, well, we're just walking around everywhere. But, alright, so the new world will have awesome builds. It will have awesome redstone builds as well that work. It'll have more organized villager sorting systems and stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not that good at interiors. As you can see, I love building big rooms and I don't even furnish them really. So I might try to be a little bit better at furnishing my builds in the future version. Also, I should stick to sort of finishing projects. But that's not how Minecraft works, is it? Minecraft is all about being like, okay, like for example here, I didn't have this, and I was like, you know what? Let's build another room. Let's have another annex. This palace isn't big enough. But I haven't even finished the first 6 rooms, right? And here in the back, we were working on some sort of a staircase that winds down to a city gate, but that all got cancelled. But that's a lot of red nether wart bricks. That is pretty impressive. So now we'll fly around so you can get a gist of what everything looks like. Comment down below if you do like this build and if you want me to do these types of builds, because I mean, it takes a while to get to a certain style, and the style that I got in that village I was pretty happy with, and I wouldn't mind doing it again. But in the new Minecraft world, I was thinking we should have a Venice type city. So instead of building canals into an existing city like this one, which requires a lot of digging and a lot of leveling out of land, it might be easier. Okay, this right here is my mining system, which had a canal, so you can go quickly on a boat there and back. I kind of like that idea, although, well, it was just fun to do really, so, and it's pretty nice, except until you run into lava, right? Also down here we had a nice spider spawner. I think I'm going to show you that in about a few seconds. Oh yeah, it's in this big cavern. There's already spiders falling. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, so a nice Venice type city would be nice, especially, you saw the map, you saw how it was in the middle of a big bay, and there's a lot of coral there as well, so it would be nice oh, this right here, as you can see, the 3x3 tunnels are all mined by dynamite. There's just another guy creeping around there. Alright, so we're almost done this tour, don't worry, but it's just like, I have to say goodbye to this world, and it's also a little bit of a resume for you to see what am I capable of, and if you're interested in watching my new world. We got lucky here with 2 different spider spawners working together, so you got double the spiders, but unfortunately this is one of those builds. It's redstone powered and it doesn't work anymore, so that's a shame. It brought a lot of string, and it brought a lot of spider eyes. You can also XP farm. What would happen is they would put a little bucket of lava, and then the spiders would burn. Ah, help! And then it put a bucket of water and put out the fire. But now the lava gets dumped on the spiders and kills them, and then the water puts out the fire, and you don't get your XP. Sad face. Yeah, there it is. Alright, and let's take a look at how this spider spawner actually works from the inside. It's kind of nice to look at, but we have the spider spawners falling all the way from the spawners into a thing of water, and they get dragged down and then suctioned back up. And I love all that water mechanic type work. It's a lot more fun working with water than redstone. It's a little bit less complicated, and it seems to work as the updates come. So I don't know, most of my redstone machines are broken, but most of my water mechanics still work. You see the spiders kind of get pushed in and then they go up, but they like to fall now. They used to go up right away. Now they like to fall back down. So we're gonna have to find some new type of method for spider farming, which is good. You know, spiders, you can make a lot of wool from string. You can trade with villagers with wool, at least in the old villager version. Yeah, did you know did I mention this? I never killed a wither. So there's a lot of things for me to do in Minecraft. I've been focusing a lot on just building things and doing redstone machines that I haven't really I've never beat a game of Minecraft. I mean, I think I've killed a dragon, ender dragon, if that's what you call beating the world. And I did it in this game. But that's the only time I've ever been to the end as well. So it's time for us to leave this village. And I want to show you, there are 2 other builds I did in this world, which are quite exciting. So let's get on the train and get out of here. So yeah, if you like the building style, the barbarian building style, I would like to have different cities and different trading posts in different locations on my new world, and sort of have maybe different building styles. So there could be a German type city, and then there could be the Venice, which is more like a Roman style city. And then there could be like the Japanese style city. Oh yeah, I love Japanese style for building actually. It's one of the easiest styles to do early on. All you need is a bit of spruce trees and wool, and you can build yourself a really nice Japanese patega. Patega, you know those things? Japanese style. So coming up here is our Las Vegas Casino and Racetrack Resort. No, that's not what it's called, but yeah, this was kind of like a nice resort area. I really wanted to have a race horse track so that me and my friend could race around in horses and see whose horse is faster. It was a random idea, but it was really fun to do. We have the little Greek columns in the middle, giving it that sort of ancient feel. Plus, we got the sand from the mesa biome. And oh, and as you can see, this build was built in between the 2 big builds, because my friend built a huge pyramid on the other side. Well, not the other side. My friend built a huge pyramid, right? And there was only one place where you could see both the pyramid and my castle from this place right here where I built the casino and resort. So we're just showing you how the casino looks, how it's symmetrical. There's a tree growing in it. It's pretty terrible. But no, yeah, it's nice to have builds like this, kind of in the middle of nowhere, that you can just go and like relax and really pretend is a casino. I was actually going to have gambling tables in there if I knew how to furnish things, but I don't know how to furnish. I just know how to build. And if you disagree with that, then that's sad, because there's more to come, and I'm gonna build more things. Also, pyramids are easy to build. They take a long time, but they are the most easy thing in terms of engineering. So why don't we get on a horse, right? See how it works. And I'll take you to the pyramid just to show you what that's all about. I think we can just skip forward here because I kind of just ride around the horse for a while. Fine, you want to see the horse ride around? Oh, look at that. There's the villager and pillager and illager update. That's new. So we wouldn't have any illager encampments in 25 maps radius of this here spawn. So, you know, it's a good thing we're going to start a new world. Now, do you think I could play my new world for 7 years? Or are there going to be too many updates? Because the goal in my mind is 7 years. That's how much I want to play my new world. My survival world. Consistent. No duplication. Even though I'm like the only guy who played in it, and my friend sometimes, the guy who built the pyramid. But if I make it a realm, you can never really enforce that. I would like to make it a realm. But that's to be determined. In fact, if you want to play it with me on the new world, I'm going to show you at the end of this here tour. I'm going to show you some shots of the new world, and you've heard my voice enough. I don't think I'm going to talk. Okay, the first thing you obviously do is take your horse to the top of the pyramid, right? Well, that's what I'm doing. Yep, here we are, top of the pyramid. It's too big. Why would the pyramid be over top of the clouds? Never build your builds over the clouds. It doesn't look good. But it's a good idea. But it just doesn't look good. You can see down there the destruction from all the sand that we had to use to build this pyramid, because originally we started building it with sand. What an idea. No, you need to build it with sandstone, because you'd be piling up sand for ages, and you want your pyramid to be hollow, right? Isn't that so? Oh, check out what's cooking. All right, so here's the interior. I really like the interior of this thing. There used to be villagers here. I don't know where the villagers are either. But let's go show you the interior of that pyramid, shall we? Yeah, look at that. A beautiful nether portal above a pyramid, inside a pyramid, with another room inside. Oh my gosh, and there's all the duplicate. Don't show them the duplicated gold. Oh boy, see that? I just wanted my piles of gold. Inside this pyramid is really dangerous because it's so dark that you don't want to walk around the pyramid. We never actually lit it up. It's just too dangerous in there. So yeah, that's pretty much my old world of Humi, which it's time to say goodbye, and we're saying goodbye with this video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for video clips of the amazing new biome, and I'll fly around in it, show you the beautiful world. And after that, we're going to spawn in next episode. No more flying, no more cheating, only good building, only good survival, hard mode, 7 years. That's the goal. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the following few clips.